when on the radio they were saying the hospital emergency wards were filled with people. That was like they all had this terrible flu, they couldn't breathe, they were coughing, they didn't know what was happening. They said, don't go to the hospitals, they're all filled, all the emergency wards are filled. So I went out the next day, and then, of course, way back then, I used to listen to Art Bell. This is not new. People have been sprayed, whole cities have been sprayed. And then notes are taken about what happens, how many are ill, what happens to the people after. Yes, it's been going on, at least since the war. So they cut them off the funding. They backed Edison because Morgan and the bankers, of course, they wanted people to pay for everything. We can't have anything free. Like estrogen. Men are getting huge amounts of estrogen just from the tap water, and that all the men from now on were going to be born with much smaller pee-pees. What are they doing with the money that they're saying, no, it's the industry. They don't need any more research at all. What they need is to just clean up the environment. And do you know how many thousands, maybe millions of jobs that would create? Cleaning up what we've already turned into crap. So it's a huge racket, the cancer industry. Then, when the chemicals in your food and the water give you a cancer, what do you have to do? You have to go back to the cancer industry for what? Chemotherapy. Okay? So they get you coming and going. We can even paint airplanes with this stuff and they won't need fuel, because if we paint them with the little nanotechnology, we just paint that on, they won't need to refuel. They can go all day with energy from the sun, because these little nanoparticles, so we don't know when it's up and running and when it's down. But God help us if they do anything, this is a research project. So this is part of the weather wars. This is definitely part of the weather wars, this here. It's a game of musical chairs, so without a lot of people dropping off the end, the system must keep the population down at all times, or the system will not survive. So they don't care about you. What they want to survive is the system. So politically correct, or you could lose your job. That's right. Everybody has to be politically correct. The reporters keep their mouths shut. You don't have to censor them at all. So we'll go on from there. We've got the weather and happening. It's better than having your head in the sand. This way you can protect yourself. You can start with your own body, the food. You can stay out of the way of a lot of other horrible things. And you can pass the information on to other people.